Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the world's last true hidden frontiers, a place where time genuinely seems to have stood still. It offers this unique window into ancient ways of life. We're talking about Mustang in Nepal and its incredible sort of timeless values.
Yeah, absolutely. Our mission today is really to unpack what makes this ancient kingdom so profoundly preserved and how it continues to thrive, with a heritage largely untouched by modernity. It's quite remarkable.
So what exactly is it about Mustang that sets it apart? Can you paint a picture for us?
Imagine a high altitude desert. It's nestled way up beyond the main Himalayan peaks in remote northwestern Nepal, right on the border with Tibet. This area, it used to be the Kingdom of Lo. What's fascinating is it was actually restricted to outsiders until 1992, not that long ago, really.
Oh, wow, 92.
Yeah. And the terrain is just dramatic. Think wind-carved cliffs, stark landscapes,
Yeah.
and the Kali Gandaki Gorge, which is actually the deepest gorge on Earth.
The deepest, really. Okay, so that isolation must be key.
Exactly. Mustang's history as an independent kingdom allowed it to safeguard its Tibetan Buddhist heritage for centuries. Yeah. This isolation, it created a kind of living museum. You take Lo Manthang, for example. It's walled capital city, founded way back in 1380.
1380.
Yeah, it's not just a historical site. It's a vibrant, inhabited city where ancient traditions are, practiced daily. And there are the sky caves.
Ah, yes, the sky caves. I've seen pictures.
Incredible, aren't they? Over 2,000 years old, carved high into the cliffs. They just whisper stories of, lost civilizations and early settlements. Truly mysterious.
And the culture itself beyond the landscape.
Yeah.
You mentioned Tibetan Buddhism.
Oh, it's deeply intertwined. You see it everywhere. Fluttering prayer flags, ancient monasteries like Tubchen and Jampa Gompa. These aren't just monuments. They're active spiritual centers.
So it's a living tradition.
Very much so. But it's not only Buddhism. Mustang is also home to Lubra village. Yeah, it's one of the very last places where the Bon religion, the ancient pre-Buddhist faith of Tibet, focused on nature worship, is still practiced. And the local people, the Lobas and the Kali, they've really maintained their customs, their language, even unique social practices like polyandry.
Polyandry, right, where one woman marries multiple brothers.
Exactly. It's often linked to keeping family land together, ensuring survival in that challenging high-altitude environment. And the food reflects that, too.
How so?
It's hearty, very resourceful. Staples like sampa, that's roasted barley flour, kind of their energy backbone, warming thukpa noodle soup, savory momos, those delicious dumplings.
Momos.
Yeah. And crucial for the altitude, the salty butter tea. Essential.
So it's like a completely different world. So, okay, for someone listening who's thinking, I want to experience this, how do you actually get there? What are the practicalities?
Right. Well, accessing Mustang is part of its protection, really.
Yeah.
The big thing is the restricted area permit. It costs USD 500 per person for the first 10 days.
Okay, $500. That's significant.
It is, but it really helps ensure the region stays exclusive and authentic, preserves its unique character.
Makes sense. And travel options.
You can fly from Kathmandu or Pokhara to Jomsom, which is sort of the gateway. From Jomsom, you typically continue by private jeep into Upper Mustang. Some people opt for helicopter tours, especially to Muktanath, for convenience. Or you could do a road trip from Pokhara, which offers, stunning scenery along the way. Hiking's also possible, though parts might be on the main road now.
Okay, lots of options. And timing. When's the best time to go?
Good question. Timing is key. Spring, so March to May, usually has clear skies. Plus, you might catch the Tiji Festival in Lo Manthang in May.
The Tiji Festival, what's that?
It's a major 3-day Buddhist ritual celebrating the victory of good over evil. Very colorful, lots of mask dances, a real highlight.
Sounds amazing. What about other seasons?
Summer, June to September, is actually quite pleasant. Mustang's in a rain shadow, so the monsoon has less impact. It's greener, fewer crowds. Autumn, September to November, that's peak season. Temperatures are generally pleasant. Great visibility for views. Winter, December to February, is colder, obviously. Snow-capped views, but fewer tourists and often lower prices if you can handle the cold.
Any other key festivals besides TG?
Yeah, there's the Yartung Festival, usually late summer. It marks the end of the harvest season with horse races, archery, general festivities, and Lusar, the Tibetan New Year, which is very vibrant whenever it falls, usually Feb or March.
Okay, so once you're actually in Mustang, what are the must-do experiences?
Well, exploring Lo Manthang itself is essential.
Okay.
Roaming those ancient alleys, visiting the royal palace, the monastery, as I mentioned, exploring some of the more accessible caves, maybe doing some trekking if you're up for it. The landscapes are just breathtaking.
And accommodation, is it basic tea houses or
There's a range. You can find authentic boutique lodges, local guest houses which offer a great cultural immersion. But there are also some higher-end options now, like the Shintamani Mustang Lodge, offering more luxury.
Right. And what about itineraries? How long do you need?
It depends. For Lower Mustang, around Jomsom and Muktanath, you could do a rewarding trip in maybe 3, 4 days. Focus on the pilgrimage sites, the natural beauty there. But for Upper Mustang, the ancient kingdom proper, you really want longer. A typical jeep tour from Pokhara or Jomsom, exploring Lomanthang in the villages, would be around 7 days, maybe a bit more, to really soak it in.
Okay, that gives a good sense. So, bringing it all together, what's the takeaway here? Why should we care about Mustang?
I mean, Mustang isn't just another travel destination, is it? It's a rare chance to genuinely step away from the constant rush of the modern world. It lets you connect with this deep sense of history, spirituality, and human resilience in a really profound way.
Right. It's more than just sightseeing.
Exactly. If you think about the bigger picture, Mustang's preservation isn't just an accident of geography. It's a result of deliberate choices. That historical isolation, the permit system now, it's a living example of cultural stewardship. It shows how traditions, even ones that seem unusual to us like polyandry, can be vital adaptations that shape a society's resilience and its bond with a challenging environment.
It really leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What can we learn from a society that has held on to its traditions so strongly against the odds? And what does that tell us about the value of preserving these timeless cultures in our own rapidly changing world? We definitely encourage you to consider this extraordinary deep dive for yourself.